friends. It is so nice to see you. Thank you so much for being here. It's Saturday. That means it is time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler. I'm Christina Gaudet. I am your tarot fairy godmother. We are live on my YouTube channel. If you happen to be watching an archive, I will not be able to answer your question, but you might find it interesting to listen nonetheless. And those of you who are here now, thank you so much for being here. I want to start right away with a thank you. I get here and I'm already wealthy. I really appreciate this. So Laura T, thank you so much for the super chat. And Lisa Harmon, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Super chats and super stickers are ways that you can support this broadcast and support my work here on YouTube. You can also become a member of this channel. There are 3 different levels of support. I appreciate all the members so much. And you can tell who the members are because their names are in green. So make sure you give them some extra love. I also want to remind the members that this week on the 15th at 7 p.m., we are doing a members only live stream. That's 7 p.m. Eastern time. We're doing a members only live stream. We're doing the deep dive thing where I will answer your questions. I will show you my technique so you can learn and have a reading. So it's lots of fun. Please do join us for that on the 15th. That's Tuesday, day after Valentine's Day, if you are indeed a member here. And if you're not a member here, why not consider it? Lots of great perks. All right. We're almost halfway through the month, too. Have you gotten your February tarot scopes? If you haven't, do it soon or it's not going to matter anymore. You'll have to wait for March. All right, my friends. Let's get going. I will take these questions in the order that I see them. And as always, Saturday, we do specific questions only. This is not a time to ask, what does Spirit want me to know? Although that's a great question, but not for today. Today, we're going to squeeze the juice. We're going to spill the tea. We're going to really try to dig in and get specifics. So your specific questions, I will give specific answers, and I will take them in the order that I see them, starting with Kim Case. And I believe Kim is a member of this channel. She's just not signed in with her member account. So thank you for being here, Kim. Is my new project going to help me into retirement? So when we look at your new project, Kim, I feel like it's a good project. I feel like it's a real opportunity. The question is, what do you really want your retirement to look like? Is this a project that's going to make you a bunch of money that will help you retire? It is a good project, but it feels like the kind of thing that might, I don't know about retirement for you. Does retirement really mean not working, not making money? Or does retirement for you mean a project that will bring money in, but not make you as busy on a daily basis? That's more how this feels. It's not so much like, oh my gosh, you're going to make a boatload and then you can retire and never work again. It's more like, well, this project could be very sustaining as you change the way you work. That's the way I see it. So I do like it. Okay, Nalini. So today is your birthday. Happy birthday. And under normal circumstances, your question would not be a specific question. But since it's your birthday, I am going to give you a birthday reading. When we look, first of all, at the year that you're putting closure to, this has been a real year of healing. You've been thinking about new opportunities. You've been trying to find your healing. It's been up and down, but you have been moving consistently toward healing, which is exactly what you needed to do. when we look at the new year that you're opening up to, I feel like it's about learning to love yourself. It's about learning to be courageous and to believe in yourself. It's about not letting other people's stuff get to you and really figuring out where your support is and how to get that support and how to be supportive for yourself. So I think this year that you're opening up to is going to be a better year. But the theme is very similar in that it really is about you figuring out your life, not letting someone else tell you what your life should be, not letting someone else define your life, but defining your life for yourself the way you want it. That's what it's really about. All right. And happy birthday again. In fact, you get a noise. What kind of noise do you get? You get this noise. Happy birthday. All right. Teresa Chase, thanks for being a member here. Will I be inheriting property in the near future? All right, let's take a look. I suppose it depends what you mean by near future. I would guess certainly, yes, there is property for you to inherit. And I would say likely within the next 12 months is the way I would see it. All right. Laura T, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. And thanks again for the super chat. I really appreciate it. So you left some valuable things. I'm thinking this is at your ex's home. Is that right? Do you get them back or just replace them? Man, it's hard. I think you really want to try to get them back. And I think in all fairness, they should come back to you. And I think if you pursue them, man, if you pursue them, it's going to cause a whole kerfuffle. But I also feel if you don't pursue them, that's going to really bother you. And do I think kerfuffle or no? Do I think pursuing them will get them back for you? At least most of them, maybe not all, but many. And so pursue, go through kerfuffle and get some of them back, or just write it off and replace. You know, another person would say just write it off and replace. But for you, there's a part of me like, I think you're going to have to figure this out based on what's going to eat away at you most, what's going to bug you most. Is it, what's going to be emotionally easiest for you? And I have a feeling you're going to have a hard time walking away, just letting that go. So that's the question you have to ask yourself, though, because either is hard. Which is going to be hardest for you? Do the thing that's easiest for you, that emotionally. That's the important thing. What is easiest for you emotionally? And I'm thinking it's actually going to be easier for you to pursue at least getting some of your property back. So whatever's easiest for you, that's what you should do. Okay, Claire C, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. This is the anniversary of your sister's passing in 2015, and I'm so sorry for your loss. And I know this day will always be a sad anniversary for you. Is there a message from her to you on this day? The message basically is don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on pursuing what you want to pursue. She wants you to live as strong and as boldly and as creatively and as happily as you possibly can. And she worries that there are times that you kind of seem to back down from that. And she wants you to never back down from that. Allie Mammon, nice to see you. The person I'm thinking about, do they not have social interaction skills and lead on or flirt unintentionally? Or does their mother gaslight them about this? Um, so that's a really interesting question. And I'm not quite sure like how the mother comes in or what it is you're really trying to find out here. Like where, how does like, I'm confused by the question because there's so many pieces here. And you also say flirt unintentionally with men. And do you mean with men or do you mean with me? Because that would be two entirely different things. So I'm going to ask you, if you don't mind, to sort of like, I want a little more information, like what is this? Is it you or is it men? First of all, because again, two different things. And what is it that what are you really asking here? Could you sort of either flesh this out or rephrase this? What does the mother have to do with it? What are you like, what's the gaslighting? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. And so rather than taking the risk of confusing you, if you could change up that question just a little bit and either make it clearer what it is you want to know or what your investment is here or what your concern about the mother is. All right. And when I see that come in, I'll come back to you. Okay, Lisa Harmon, thank you for being a member here and thank you so much for the super chat. Will I get the piece of land that I'm thinking about? I think you're going to have to fight for it. It'll take some doing, but if you want it, you can have it. Yeah. And the question really is it worth it? Is it worth having? And it's got problems. That's the thing. It's got problems, but I think you really do want it. And I think if you get it, you would be glad to have it. But I do feel like there's problems, maybe zoning problems, easement problems, drainage problems. There's some kind of problems there. Or maybe even like who owns it or boundary or border problems. There's problems. But if you want to work through the problems, you could have it and you would probably be glad to have it. Okay, Adriana, nice to see you. Is TT backstabbing me? Can she be trusted? TT is not happy, at least not happy right now. And there has been a change in the energy between the two of you. I know this person is nice to you, and I know there can be a friendly energy between the two of you. And I think it's good to keep up the appearances of that friendly energy. Is this person intentionally backstabbing you? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Is this person unintentionally backstabbing you? Maybe. Can this person be trusted? I don't think this person is or will intentionally do bad things, but maybe unintentionally because she doesn't really think. And I think there has been a shift in the energy between the two of you, which will cause her to think even less. So I would be careful. I would keep up social pleasantries, but I'd be careful with this person. Hey, Cheryl Jefferson, nice to see you. Charles Smith, nice to see you. Okay. Robin Renee, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using one of the members only emojis, as did Lisa Harmon. I need hope on Valentine's weekend. What does my man's look like and what does he do for a living? Wow, we're getting specific here. Why don't I just give you his name and address? And I'll tell you what I think, but recognize, like, if you meet someone who's different than this, but still good, go for it. Do not let what I say keep you from someone good. What does he look like? I think he's tall. I think he's probably slimmer rather than fatter. And I think he is I think he's had education. He may be in law. He may be related to the law. Not necessarily law enforcement, maybe more like being an attorney or working with legal policy or teaching law, something of that nature. All right. And yes, you should be hopeful. Baby Cakes, will I sell my car today? Man, the saga of the car. This has been ongoing, my poor friend. I'm so sorry for everything you've been going through here. Will the car sell? I think it's very likely, yes. I think it's very, very likely and very likely today. Martha Vink, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Will Frank be able to join his wife at the hostel in El Paso soon? So clearly things are moving forward. Will he be able to join her soon? It depends what you mean by soon. This is a long and ridiculous process, but yes. You know, soon in the terms of how this goes, which may be a few days, but yes, yes. Cassandra, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. And thanks for using one of the members only emojis. You go back to work on Monday from maternity leave. I know how hard that is. I know how hard that is. I know everything's going to be fine, but still want to ask if I'll be able to stay strong and do good at work and at home. So, you know, first of all, the child care arrangement that you have for your baby is okay, but may actually change. There may be some flexibility around how childcare works. But is safe and okay. Now, how will you be with this? You know, it'll actually be good to get back into the world. As much as you will miss your baby and as much as you'll miss the routine you've created, it will be good to be back in the world. It will feel good. Being back at work will be good. I think you'll be fine. And I think that, you know, it's hard. There's an awful lot required of you at this point. And you're going to have to kind of be clear about what the expectations are. What expectations do you have for yourself? What expectations do others have for you? Because it's different now. You know, you went from work to just being with the baby, and now it's different. And so this is not going to be easy, but it will be fine. Okay, Charles, the property in Jennings Forest fell through. You know, there were some things in the cards that that's not the most surprising thing I've ever heard. I'm sorry. It did look good, but oh well, you know, there it is. We knew that was a possibility. And thank you for being here, and thanks for being a member here. Exactly where in Northeast Florida should I start looking now? Everywhere. Seriously, cast your net wide and you will find something wonderful. I promise. Do not worry, do not panic. It's okay. Cast your net wide. And it will be fine. It's about, you know, look wherever it makes sense to look, and I think you will find something that is still like sort of equally forested, which is really what you're looking for. Karen Winkle. How do I get myself out of this funk? Well, thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member, and I'm so sorry you're in a funk. And the answer is one foot in front of another, 1 foot at a time. But the first thing you need to do is figure out where the funk is coming from. What is it? What are the things that are really bothering you? And try to address them one at a time. And as you do that, you will see the improvement. I feel like this is not just like a funk that is hormonal or weather related or whatever. I feel like there are some actual things that are bugging you. And you got to figure out what those things are and address them. Denise, did my husband cheat on me with my sister? So every tarot reader here is shuddering. In that, you know, you can't take what the cards say about something like this. Like right now, I have the power to destroy your marriage right now. But the reality is, if you're even asking the question, your marriage has a problem. And if we're concerned about this with your sister, you know, there's also a problem with your sister. So the fact that this concern exists at all is an issue. Now, I will tell you that there is nothing in the cards that makes me terribly concerned that this event really took place. But the fact that you think it might have says everything about a really messed up dynamic. And I think that's what you have to think about. Don't worry about trying to find evidence or trying to find answers to things you don't know. Look at what you do know. Like, why are you thinking this? What's causing you to think this? And address that thing. And that is what you need to know here. Oh, and thank you so much for the feedback, Teresa. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you using a light bulb. Yay. Jackie, thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using one of the members only emojis. A lot of people are leaving the company I work for too this month. Is there something I need to know, and what should I do in regards to my working in this company? So the fact that so many people are leaving, I mean, it's not like they have information that you don't have. I think it's just a thing that's happening right now. I wouldn't worry about it. In terms of working for this company, I mean, this company is problematic. And, you know, they know what you know. This is problematic. And honestly, it's only going to get worse. So you might want to look at them because you're like, well, do they know something I don't know? No, they know what you know. They're just acting on it. Should you act on it too? Probably. It really might be time to see what else is out there. Seriously. Hey, Raquel, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Clumsy Clairvoyance, I accidentally skipped over you, and I thank you for being here. But I want to remind you, this is the Saturday Psychic Sampler where we do specific questions. So, Clumsy Clairvoyance, I'm going to ask you for a specific question. And Raquel, man, your question is barely specific. Besides family, is there anything I should focus on this week? Okay, I'm going to do that. Christina, I think I missed you. I'm going to scroll back up and get to you in a minute. So, Clumsy Clairvoyance, please give me a more specific question. Christina, I am so sorry I missed you. I'm going to scroll back and get you in a minute. Raquel, I am going to answer your question, even though it is barely specific. What should you focus on this week? Creativity. You are a person who does art, so do some freaking art. Seriously, focus on your creativity. Okay, Christina, I missed you. Oh, and you're way up here. Okay. Christina R., what do I need to do in order to bring into my life the partner I'm looking for? All right, good question. And I am sorry I missed you. Thanks for your patience. The answer is, honestly, you just do you, boo. Focus on school, focus on what you got to do, focus on living your life and enjoying your life, and it will just happen. I promise. It will just happen, and it may even happen within the next 6 months. So don't worry about it. There's nothing special you need to do. Just do you, boo. Focus on your life and allow yourself to move forward and allow yourself to heal from the thing that didn't work out. It's okay. Spend some time with your girlfriends. Have a good time and worry not. Enjoy being single. The best way to bring a great guy into your life right now is enjoy being single. Seriously. All right. And that's not advice I would give everyone. That's not like my pat advice for everyone. That is my specific advice for you, Christina. All right. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Robin Renee, the name and address would be good. Man, if I could do that, I wouldn't be sitting here live streaming with y'all. I wouldn't. I'd be like on my island in Tahiti, because I'd make a lot of money if I could do that. Mm. All right. Gemini Sun, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Having a rough postpartum. Congratulations on the baby with all the symptoms. Is the end of the hard part near as far as postpartum symptoms, so I can fully enjoy my baby? And I am sorry you're having a hard time. And thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. And congratulations on the baby. When we look at your postpartum, it's hard. Don't feel guilty. It's hard. Listen to music. Try to get together with friends. And if it doesn't get better, definitely see your doctor. Do some yoga. And I feel like things will be better, honestly, in just a few weeks. But this can be really, really, really hard. So don't be afraid to talk to your doctor. I would say about 4 weeks. Yoga, dance, music, friends. Those are things you need, but maybe also a doctor too. And don't feel guilty. This is part of the journey and all will be well. And when I look at the baby is great, so everything is fine. It's a hard adjustment. It's a hormonal rush and crazy. And it's hard. So do what you have to do to help yourself and get help if you need it. I figure 4 more weeks, things will be better. All right, White Magic Witch. We want to know what A is feeling for you now. Are we sure that this person is feeling anything for you now? I mean, it doesn't really feel close and it doesn't really feel positive. So I don't know what you're feeling for A, but I wonder about this. Okay, Robin Renee. Taina wants to know what her man's looks like and what he does for a living. And again, same disclaimer, man. If you meet someone who looks different or does different but is good, there can be more than one great person for you. Take the first great one that comes along. But what I would see for you, Taina, a little bit shy, actually. And this one maybe works with his hands, maybe is an artisan or a tradesperson, maybe has his own business, makes good money, is not the tallest person and maybe carrying a couple of extra pounds, but is still really good looking. And probably also has some musical connection as well. Moonlight Tarot, nice to see you. What's Adele's intentions toward me right now? Right now seems to not be, I don't know. I mean, we're always back and forth, and I can see the back and forth here again. And the thing is, I can tell you that this person never has the intention to treat you well. Whether you're together or not together, the intention is never to treat you well. And it's probably important for you to know that. Hey, Robert Hutchinson, nice to see you. Will my partner and I be reconciled? Anything is possible, but it's not the most likely thing here. I would sort of say what you probably want to do is work toward moving on, seriously. Okay, Christina. Okay, yes. Let go of that worry and just be. That is the thing. Amber A, when will my finances get to the level I want them to be at? I mean, I don't think my finances will ever be at the level I'd like them to be at. For you, though, I think you could see some great improvement over the next 2 years. Seriously. Lisa Harmon, you are quite welcome. Jackie, thanks for the feedback. Clumsy Clairvoyance. Okay, we'll do this one. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. What could I do to better connect with my life purpose or purposes? And the answer is, I would say stop worrying about a life purpose and worry more about your day-to-day experience. Worry more about just having a rich life full of creativity, full of spirituality, full of interesting people, and being engaged every day. Rosie Telser, how will be my next trip? I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be safe. I think it'll be good. But it might be a little weird in terms of other people. I don't know if you're going on your own or if you're going with people you won't talk to too much, but it might feel a little lonely. Clumsy Clairvoyance, thank you so much for this. Yes, Clumsy Clairvoyance reminds you to make sure everyone hits that like button. I do appreciate that. Friends, from my perspective, I've come to the end of the list. If I've accidentally missed you, I'm so sorry. Please do reiterate. If you have not yet asked but would like to, now's the time. It's last call for readings, y'all. I want to remind you that I am available for readings, for private readings, phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom, or right at this here table in Palm City, Florida. Just reach out. I'm going to be in the Tampa Bay area Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the beginning of Monday this coming week. And so my lives will not be, as per usual. But if you happen to be in the Tampa Bay area and would like a house call, a party, would like to come see me at my Airbnb in Wesley Chapel, by all means, reach out. And I'd love to see you. I'd love to see you in person. One way or the other, if you want an appointment, get ready to take down my phone number. You can call or text. You ready? 561-655-1160. You can also go to my website, christianagaudette.com, and get my contact information there, or schedule directly on my website. But you cannot schedule directly to see me in Tampa. That you need to interact with me for. And Karen, you know the source of the funk, no good options for getting rid of it. You know what, though? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure to either of those statements. I feel like there are multiple sources for how you're feeling, and that there may be some solutions you're not yet considering. So dig deep. Because part of the funk makes you want to say, yeah, no, that's part of the funk. And maybe sometimes replacing one funk with another is a good thing if it's the kind of funk that is music, because we love the funk. Bring us the funk if it's music. All right. Hope you feel better. For those of you who are having a tough time, we are sending you good energy and wishing you all the best. Thank you, everyone. I will be back Monday morning, which is Valentine's Day, with some special messages about love and your 3-card weekly reading. Members, remember to join us 7 p.m. Eastern Time on the 15th. And please repeat your number. Yes, I will. You ready? 5, 6, 1, 6, 5, 5, 1, 1, 6, 0. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Karen, I'm not sure if you're laughing at the funky music or my observations about the depth of the funk, but either way, thank you. Friends, I will look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you all so very much. Take good care.